Hey guys, Jase Hintz here with this week's lesson. We're going to be talking to you about your grip and how it can make your aiming become a lot better, whether you're in the tree stand or out on the course. I'm going to have a quick recap from last week. We were talking about your waist, how when you're shooting you must bend at your waist, not so much at your arm. It's going to make you shoot up and downs. We also talked about your level and how holding it levelly up and down will help you cut out your left and right misses and become a more consistent shooter. When we're talking about the first week, we were going over your feet and how you have to have them evenly weighted. You need to be having your front foot back just a little bit to make it a lot easier for you to make your perfect shot and have the same steady base that you need. So this week we're going to go over your grip, and we got Matthew's Helium here, and this is their more standard hunting grip, I would say. It's very comfortable in your hand. When you're holding onto your grip, most people will grab their bow and they're going to squeeze it. They're going to be squeezing it, they're going to have it closed, and this is not the correct way to do it because, as you can see, you're using a lot of muscles in your forearms, and if you simply turn your grip out a little bit, you're going to be losing all those muscles movements and you're going to be holding it on a more steady part of your hand. You need to go on the left side of your lifeline, which is going to be towards your thumb, no matter which hand you're using, and when you move it over like that, it's going to be a good example where when you're leaning on a wall, you're not going to come up to the wall and lean on it like you're going to be shooting your bow like this. So when you lean on that wall, you put your hand straight up and down, and it's a lot easier. You got all your muscle cut out, and it's just simple bone on bone. So when you turn your grip out like that, it's going to make you hold a lot steadier. I would say at least 50% of your sight vision where you see your pin bouncing is going to slow down and make it a lot more easy to make that good shot. You're going to be more comfortable with how you're shooting. Next, we have another style of grip from Matthews. This is their focus grip. You can see the blue line on here is actually raised up a little bit, and it's used as so if you have a lot of hand torque, or if you don't have that big buck running at you and you grab it as fast as you can, it's going to actually be able to swivel on your hand a little bit. So if you have any little hand torque, it's supposed to help you cut that out, because if you're not sitting there squeezing your bow and you're just shooting your hand comfortably laying on it like you're supposed to, that will pendulum over and you'll make the same shot. It'll cut out your hand torque, and it's supposed to make your little flaws go away. It's supposed to just help you out in the long run. Still want to focus when you are using this grip on how to make that perfect grip every time, just so when you're practicing, make it muscle memory, so when you do go out in the woods, you're going to have a lot better chance of putting it in the correct spot. The last grip that is a very common grip, it's on most target bows, and you can also get it for your regular bows. You're going to have the straight metal riser. And this metal riser here, when you put your hand on it, is going to be a lot smoother, and it's extremely flat, so you don't have to worry about having different grips all the time, where the rounder ones are a lot harder to fit in your hand in the exact same spot. So when you use these, it's a lot more easy to get your consistent grip going on it, where you turn your hand out, lock your hand in there, and you can pull easily, use a lot more muscle and muscle. You're not pulling back with your whole arm, not going to get tired while you're shooting. There's a lot of different things you can go on with your grips, and if you don't have, if you have any questions about it, you can always come and ask us here at the shop. We are on YouTube and on Facebook if you're interested in little more lessons and pick up the extra little tips that we have. Otherwise, stop in here. We're more than happy to help you out. And yeah, if you have any questions, give us a call. So one last time, when you're going over your grip, what you got to do is grab it, not like you're squeezing your bow. You need to turn it up and out so that you can put it on the inside of your lifeline here, and when you're shooting your bow, you're going to be pulling it back with not all your wrist muscles and all your forearm muscles. It's going to be straight bone on bone, and you won't have to worry about misfiring or struggling while you're shooting or any hand torque. Hand torque is what makes you miss left, right, up, down. The very, very key basics is starting with your grip to get it so your sight picture will stop moving as much. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call, stop in and ask us. See you next week.